Hello, world. My name is Drew Mitchell, and I'm the Regional Travel Director at Cognizant. I'm running for the GBTA board as direct member at large. I'm a 15-year industry veteran with a passion for fostering industry relationships with a data-centric and analytical outlook. As a board member, I would bring a fresh perspective, analytical mindset, and inclusive philosophy to our association. I am an enthusiastic millennial leader with a unique perspective as a current direct, former allied, and sitting chapter president. As president of the Silicon Valley chapter, one of the largest of GBTA, I understand our members' frustrations with the organization and why many members are opting out of convention this year. I have the energy to re-engage all members with a renewed value proposition. I'm naturally curious, and I seek to understand an issue through research and analytics. On the membership committee of the chapter's President's Council, we heard presidents express deep declines in their membership. To understand the actual financial impact, we conducted a survey and analyzed the results. Overall, we identified that 85% of our chapters suffered membership reductions during the pandemic, with 67% of the chapters experiencing a membership drop between 20 and 50%. Based on these findings, we are creating a best practice workbook on how to retain our members, reduce cash outflows, while continuing to provide members with valuable content. I have direct experience collaborating with colleagues around the world, but specifically with the massive talent, intelligence, and industry experience from our India and APAC peers. I am committed to supporting additional inclusion and diversity on the board. As an industry, we rely on their global point of view. However, we've yet to encourage and champion their rise to leadership. In closure, I love our industry, my peers, and colleagues. Some of the strongest professional and personal relationships I have were formed at GBTA, in education sessions, as a presenter, and on the convention floor. I'm dedicated to channeling my energy and passion to fully represent your interests. If elected, I pledge to stimulate conversation, engagement, and collaboration with industry peers to explore and implement innovative ideas and challenge the status quo. Furthermore, I will ensure our association continues its sincere commitment to all members and local communities. I'm excited about this opportunity, and I can't wait to share my enthusiasm for positive logical change as your direct member at large. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Shane. I'm Ryan Pierce. I'm the Americas Travel Manager at Salesforce. Thanks to the board for the opportunity today to speak with everyone and all of the contingents that also have stepped up to volunteer. And certainly last but not least, all of the many partners, supplier, friends, colleagues, customers out there that are listening. I appreciate your support. Today's June 15th, a day that I and many have been waiting for 15 months. Today, California lifts its COVID-19 restrictions. Though I'm very excited, and even though we're opening up, we know that the pandemic's not over. And many of our friends and colleagues across the world, fortunately, are still suffering and dying. So for those that are still fighting the battle, I know how difficult these times are for you, and I offer my deepest sympathies. May these dark times pass quickly. The last 15 months, we've lived in a constant state of change, a state where how we work and where we work and how we communicate, connect, how we shop, and how we learn. Those of us that were lucky enough to have kept our jobs, pivoted to an all-digital world practically overnight. We adapted to Teams and Zoom and Hangouts, created our virtual backgrounds, and have said, "You're on mute," more times than I personally care to count. But I've learned quickly that whether I liked it or not, the new way of doing things is here to stay. And it's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. As well, there's been a lot of change within GBT over the last 15 months. We've welcomed Suzanne Neufeld as the new executive director. We voted to change term limits and give all members an equal voice, which is critical to move the organization forward. We're making progress and we're getting better, but we are not done. My former CFO, Mark Hawkins, has a saying that stuck with me and something I refer to when I need inspiration. It's better, never done. And I want to keep the momentum going. I've outlined 4 key pillars in my platform to focus on if elected as your director member at large. First is trust and reinstilling the trust and leadership in the organization. It takes time. It takes action to regain that trust. And for those that know me, when I commit to something, you can trust I'm going to get it done with integrity and respect. Second is value. Our needs have changed and we need GBTA to help us thrive. We need to make sure that the organization is providing value back to the membership when and where they need it. Third is innovation. GBTA needs to evolve the tools utilized to support us in the new world in which we live and work. New ways to collaborate, engage, and educate through technology. And fourth is community in Ohana, or family in Hawaiian. We have to connect to work together and help each other navigate through these changes. We have to listen and support each other. This is no longer a buyer versus supplier organization. This is a member organization, and we are better together. So if elected, I will bring authenticity, transparency, and empathy through equality. And I can't do this alone. I'll need the support of the entire membership to be able to successfully deliver results. I ask for your vote and confidence in electing me to represent you, the membership, as direct member at large. Thank you for your time.
Bonjour, buenos dias, buongiorno, guten tag, and good day. Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Lee Palmer Turner, and I have had the wonderful fortune of being nominated as a candidate for GBTA's at-large director seat. I have been a part of the travel agents industry for most of my professional career, and in that time, I have had the great fortune of developing wonderful relationships with some amazing people. Across the globe, I have built some of the most incredible, lasting partnerships with people that I have no doubt are on this call today. We have grown together, laughed together, and progressed together. As an association, we've learned to embrace the power of women through Win It, and as evidenced by my candidacy, GBTA recognizes and strongly supports the need for diversity and inclusion. We have weathered a devastating pandemic and the loss of thousands of industry jobs, but we have persevered as a community of colleagues and peers, friends, and family. As the current president-elect of the GBTA Los Angeles chapter, I have worked hard with my fellow board members to ensure that our displaced colleagues could continue being involved in their chosen industry, despite the hardships many of them faced as our industry was brought to a standstill. As a member of your national board, I would seek to start conversations about legislative protections to ensure that our industry is shielded from the future devastation of pandemics and other unexpected situations, while continuing to offer a safe haven for our industry brothers and sisters. If I'm elected to represent the interests of our membership in our industry, you can be assured that I will be a powerful and representative voice for everyone's interests. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to earning your vote and your confidence that as your at-large board director, I will be the right choice to represent all of your interests, the interests of our association, and most importantly, the industry we all know and love. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Holly McTagg and I'm running for GBTA Direct Member at Large. I'm very interested in serving in this capacity because I am very optimistic on the future of the association. The past 12 months have been a challenge, to say the very least, but there's been a lot of positive that have come out of it as well. Recently, when volunteering on the GBTA Bylaws Committee, I was able to take a glimpse inside the inner workings of the association as it stands now. And let me just tell you guys, there's some good stuff going on. One thing that jumped out at me was everybody's voice was heard and valued. I can't say that that was the way it possibly always was in the past, but everybody that I came in contact with wanted to know why. If somebody didn't agree with their viewpoint, they wanted to understand why. They wanted to discuss what was needed. They listened. They advocated. These are all things that are very important to me in driving positive change, because change just for the sake of change doesn't make sense for any of us. In addition, some things that I saw was there was very much a focus on global, which is what we need to be focusing toward. Many years ago, we took the N off the front of the association and we put the G on the front. We need to make sure it's more than just a letter change, that we really are focusing on global solutions. In addition, if elected, I will be seeking to voice for balance on return on investment for membership for all of our members. In addition, I'll look forward to receiving feedback from our membership on offerings that they would like, whether that be in the job search arena, professional development, networking, mentoring. The key thing you can expect from me is an open mind and an open heart. In addition, please know that I can tend to be a little bit tenacious. So if we do agree on an objective that needs to be met, please know I will stay after it until we reach that goal together. Thank you for your time, and please get out there, make a difference, and rock the vote. Make your voice heard. Thank you.
My name is Mick Lee, and I've been a member of GBTA and local chapters since 1989. There are many qualified leaders running for this one slot, and GBTA will be in good hands with so many impressive candidates. I decided to also run because I want to help, to do the work, and be part of the solution. So here I am, asking for your consideration. If elected, I will be focused on executing the agreed vision of the President, Vice President, the Board, and Suzanne. That said, my recommendation would be that we focus on three key things: gender equity in our industry, return to the road and return to work, and the financial recovery of the industry. The candidate brochure and my LinkedIn profile will provide you with background about me. You will see that I've worked as both a buyer and a supplier with for-profit and nonprofit organizations. I've lived and worked in the US and the UK and managed teams, clients, and P&Ls for more than 40 countries, ranging in spend from $10 million to $1 billion. And I have been lucky to have worked for and with some of the most incredible leaders in our industry, learning from each of them. Today, I'm fortunate to be employed at BNY Mellon. We work with over 600 travel, vendor, and allied companies, and I'm proud to partner with them. My first focus is gender equality. The last time I served as direct member of the board from 2012 to 2014, I recognized the lack of gender diversity across our industry and founded Win It for Women in 2014, which was later acquired, becoming Win It by GBTA, where I continue to serve as vice chair. We have made progress with awareness, but there is still a lot of work to be done. Whether you're a job holder or a job seeker, I believe we are all potentially a moment away from moving to the other role. My second focus is return to the road and return to work, and I think that there are three ways that we can get there. Leverage GBTA's $1 trillion in spending power to develop packages for the unemployed. Engage with both buyer and supplier CEOs to amplify the importance of business travel. We are moving from a health crisis to an industry recovery crisis. The return to work will mark the return of business travel. We need to do all possible to influence both. The financial health of our industry partners in GBTA goes beyond unemployment. Many of our allied member companies are in financial distress. It is critical that we develop plans to align with other associations with broader advocacy work, develop a recruitment program for older workers and women, and rebuild the confidence in our industry as a sustainable career choice. I served on the bylaw committee and strongly supported the proposed changes that we are all equal members, allied and directs, and that no member is less than the other. I do not have all the answers, and I am learning every day. If elected, I will serve all members and do my very best to make a difference. Now, regardless of if you vote for me or not, I do hope you will join me now in something that is doing a service to an unemployed person every day. Share and like open roles, provide an introduction to a hiring manager, and reach out to someone who is unemployed. I have been there, and the impact of someone checking in on you during difficult times cannot be overstated. Thank you for considering me for your vote.
And our last candidate, Aaron Wilk, with Head of Global Security of Excellence for Facebook, was unable to participate in today's forum. However, you can read her platform statement at the GBTA elections webpage.